surveys with SASBOSS. So utilizing IVRs and iCall suite to be able to do end of call surveys to your customers. So this can provide a lot of extra functionality. Customer satisfaction. So how satisfied were your experience with the service? Agent performance. How was my agent on the phone? Did they say something dumb? Do you think they did a good job? First call resolution. Was your call solved on first call? Was this the first time you called in, or how many times did you have to call in? Your net promoter score. Would you recommend our service to another, to someone else, friends, family? All of these are really simple ways of being able to get end customer feedback. So not just yourselves implementing them internally, but giving them options to your customers as well. Lots of customers will want to know this kind of stats. If they're running call centers, if they're running larger operations, this is the kind of stuff they do want to see. From that perspective, if you've already sold iCall Suite into an organization as well, and they're already running call queues, they're already getting lots of reporting, this is a really easy add-on to be able to provide to them for not much extra cost. So really easy upsell, as well as an upsell to use iCall Suite. You can do a lot of these reports with the basic version of iCall Suite. So be able to get that data back from there so that they can get that. I say not all of this reporting. Some of this reporting can use need ultimate licensing, but you can get some of it out of basic. So from our perspective, to be able to set it up, all you need is an IVR and some call queues. So IVR, really cheap product on our services. Call queues are all free, so really cheap to be able to deploy this for your customers. It's just a matter of creating the IVR, putting down the options as your different tiers for your results, creating independent call queues for those corresponding feedbacks, and making sure that they name something that means something. If you're just calling them 1 to 5, what's 1? What's 5? When you go back to the reporting, you're not going to remember which one's which. Your customer may not know. So making sure that giving them names of satisfied versus unsatisfied, making sure that's accurate across the board is also really key. And then just going back and updating that IVR so it's responding to the correct locations. Once that's done, the rest of it's done through iCall Suite. So there's 2 main reports that we recommend from that side. And all of this is really simple. So if you've looked at reports within iCall Suite, they're all really simple. These can all be automated. They can be set up as dashboards. So that's the reason why these are the 2 we recommend. The contact center group summary, such a quick overview, seeing how many calls on a day or in a week are going to, how many are getting to very satisfied versus unsatisfied, just looking at your quick overview. This is also what you're going to use for wallboards. So if your customer's got wallboards on their TVs in the office kind of thing, and they want to look at these stats and display them in the office, use them as a resource for their teams, put them on wallboards, and that way we can see exactly how many calls are coming in, how many of them are getting satisfied versus unsatisfied. And then once again, and the other way of that is the detailed report. So contact group detail, this is really specific calls. So this could be a weekly report and you look at all the really negative feedback you've got throughout the week. Is it the same user who's having negative feedback all the time? Is it the same agent who's transferring calls to the queue all the time? Is it on that level? Looking at that kind of detailed reporting and seeing that kind of level of detail can help a customer or yourselves look at, is it this person? Is it this agent? Is it this queue? Because the queue is taking too long and people are being frustrated by the time they get answered. All of that can help with this kind of scores as well. And you don't have to, at the top level, I did mention a few options, lots of different reporting standards as well. So you could have something completely different to those 4 that I did, or you could have multiple. There's nothing stopping you from having your IVR go to your call queue, and your call queue, once they've hit a button, goes back to a different IVR and asks them a different question as well. So you can report on it that way. Lots of different, multiple reports. You can change it up as throughout the year as well. So you may report a net promoter score for 3 months a year, then your agent performance for the other 9 kind of thing. So changing up the feedback as well. So it's not just everyone who calls and gets the same question all the time. Lots of different ways we can do that kind of thing for your customer.